All right, friends, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to utilize some of this zucchini and squash that we seem to have an overabundance of this time of year, whether that be from our family's gardens, our friends and neighbors, whatever. We always seem to have an overabundance of zucchini and squash this time of year. And I don't know about you, but I kind of am sick of just doing a regular old zucchini bread, zucchini fritters. So the recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you today is one that I found online with one of my favorite YouTubers, Mandy in the Making. She did an adaptation of a recipe that she found online, and it sounds delicious. So I'm going to actually be doing my own adaptation of her recipe and utilizing some of this overabundance of zucchini and squash that we have this time of year. So let's head on in the kitchen and make this absolute delicious dish. All right, the first thing that we want to do is preheat our oven to 375 degrees. Next, we are going to want to shred our zucchini and our squash. You want about 2.5 to 3 cups of shredded zucchini and squash. All right, once we have our zucchini all shredded up, we want to put it in a colander, and we want to sprinkle a little bit of salt on there, and we want to try and dry out as much of the moisture as we can because we don't want our casserole dish to be soupy. So we're trying to draw out as much water as we can. You're just going to do a little bit of salt, maybe half a teaspoon. And I'm going to take a piece of paper towel and I'm going to set that over it and try and draw out as much of the moisture as I possibly can. I'm going to set this aside for about 10-15 minutes while I'm getting the rest of the recipe ingredients together, and it's going to draw out a lot of that moisture. This is going to prevent our casserole from being soupy and not exactly the texture that we want. Okay, while the zucchini is doing its thing and letting go of all that moisture, we're going to brown our sausage in a frying pan over medium-high heat. We just want to brown this. I am using Italian sausage, hot Italian sausage. You can use pretty much any kind of sausage that you want. I do believe in Mandy's recipe, she used breakfast sausage, which would be amazing in this as well. But today I'm going to be using hot Italian sausage. Just want to break this up, get this all cooked through. And then once that is done, we'll set that aside and start putting the casserole together. Okay, it looks like our sausage is completely cooked through, so we're just going to remove that from the heat and set it aside in a large bowl. And now we just need to chop up and dice one small onion. All right, now we're going to, in the same pan, we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil. And we are just going to saute up our onion with a little bit of garlic, and we're going to assemble our casserole. All right, as our onions are sauteing and it's been a few minutes and they're starting to get soft, we're going to add the garlic. I'm adding about 2 cloves of garlic, or half a tablespoon. And you just want to saute this until the onions are softened and the garlic is fragrant. Okay, our onions and our garlic are completely ready to go. Just gonna put those in the bowl. Oops, put it over there. We have our zucchini that has been getting rid of all of its moisture. Paper towel has done its job. The zucchini isn't quite dry, but is definitely released a lot of that moisture. So we're just going to add that in here as well. Into the bowl, we're going to add 1 egg. One tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Half a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, which is about all I have here, so I'm just putting the rest of this in there. Oops, there's a little left in there. About 3/4 of a cup of panko breadcrumbs. And half a teaspoon of garlic salt. Half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. And half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Also going to add just a little bit of regular salt and pepper. Maybe about a half teaspoon of those too. And now we're just going to mix this up. Get everything nice and incorporated. All right, the casserole dish that I have is a 9x13. I'm just going to spray that with a little bit of cooking spray so everything doesn't stick. And then we're just going to put the mixture into our casserole dish. It smells so good. Spread that out. Once our mixture is all in the baking dish, I'm just going to sprinkle over the top 1 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And last but not least, I am going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter in the microwave. Once the butter has melted, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of grated Parmesan cheese and a 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs. Give that a good stir. I'm just going to use my measuring spoon here. And this is just going to be a nice little crunchy topping for our casserole. And then we're just going to sprinkle this on top. This is going to be so stinking good. Now we just want to cover the dish with some tin foil. And into our preheated 375-degree oven, we are going to put our dish. And we're going to bake that covered for 35 minutes. Okay, our casserole has been baking for 35 minutes. It's time to take it out. And oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so stinking good. We're going to uncover it. Oh, wow. That is looking delicious. And this is going to go back into the oven for about 15 more minutes to cook uncovered. You can broil it for the last 2 to 3 minutes if you'd like. "15 more minutes. All right, it's been a long 15 minutes, but 15 minutes have passed and it's time to take this out of the oven. Oh wow, does that ever look good? Can you get a load of that? All right, now here's the hard part. This definitely has to cool for about 5-10 minutes before we can enjoy this, or else we're gonna have third-degree burns on our mouth. So Let this rest for about 5-10.
A few moments later.
Okay, I can no longer wait. It's been about 10 minutes. It's still probably gonna burn me, but I gotta scoop some of this up. Still pretty steamy, but this is getting ready to go. Oh, this looks so good. It smells so good. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, wow. This is amazing. Man, if you didn't know zucchini was in there, you would never know. The sausage is a very nice balance to everything else going on in there. The cheese, or I should say the cheeses, this is amazing. You definitely have to give this one a try. It is definitely a break from the normal zucchini recipes that you find. Definitely give this one a try. It is so good. I'm gonna devour this. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel. That would be amazing. I have lots more great content where this came from. I have a few more videos for you to check out over here if you want some more inspirational meal ideas. And as always, I hope you all have a fabulous week, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.